Okay, so the last video I made was for my beauty sponge and how I use it to make my base. Today I guess I will show you how I use my makeup brushes. So I do have the 6-piece set. They're dirty right now because I use them every day. So anyway, I was gonna show you this brush, but before I hit record, I already filled in my eyebrows. This brush can actually be used for your brows or your liner if you use a gel liner, or you can use it with eyeshadow if you wanted a softer looking liner. But lately I use liquid liner. I haven't used gel in a while, but I'm sure I'll go back to it because I constantly change my techniques and what I like to do and what I like to wear and how I wear things. So with this one, I actually use it for my eyebrows. And if you guys want an eyebrow tutorial, I will do that too. So anyway, since my base is done and I can do my eyes now, to start your eyes, you need to prep them. So when I do my base, I go in with the foundation and the concealer, and I actually put it on my eyelids. Your eyelids are very thin, so a lot of women either have blue eyelids because you can see the veins and vessels underneath them, or they're very red. So they are a different color than the rest of your skin, and you really want to even that out. You want to give your eyelids a neutral base to start working with. So I just want to make sure I don't have any of those creases before I set them. So I'm just going over it. So my first brush is my large blending brush. And what I use this one for is I take just a neutral shade. So I'm gonna take this cream colored eyeshadow, and I always tap it because of fallout. So you wanna get that excess off of there. And this one is just to set your eyelids. So I'm going to start, and you're just going to cover your eyelid from your lash line to your brow bone. You can pat, and I like to do windshield wiper motions, but just to make sure you're creating the perfect canvas to start doing a more extensive eye. But you're not going to see color, it's just a neutral shade. You just want to pick the lightest color in your palette, a matte shade, and it is just solely to set your eyelids. So the next brush that I'm going to use is my crease blending brush. Like I said, they're already dirty because I do this makeup look all the time on myself, but the way that you do it, so I'm going just to take a medium shade, so it's got to be darker than the neutral you just used in order for it to show up. So I go in there with the tip of it and I tap it off. And what I like to do, so since this is for the crease, I like to tap where... Hi, Poet. What are you doing? Mom's working. So with this brush, I like to tap the outer corner where I want the majority of the product to go. And then once I get that off of there, because you're in your crease, like you can feel it. When you push, you can feel it. So then, once I get majority of the product off, I just start going back and forth from outer corner to inner corner. And I do windshield wiper motions, and that's really gonna help blend it. So I just do tiny circles. I go back and forth, and then I just go around. So that is just the crease. And as you can see, since it's a nice fluffy brush, there's long bristles on it, that really helps with blending. And I'm gonna say blending a million times, but that's the most important part of an eye look to make it look flawless. Pat where you want majority of that product to go. And then once I get it off, then I start bringing it in to that inner corner, and I'm doing the windshield wiper motions and the little circles to really buff it out. And that is how I use the crease brush. So my next brush is my flat shadow brush. I like to use this is going to be on my eyelid. I like to use it for shimmery colors because since it's flat, the way that it picks up the product and places it on your eyelid is it makes it so dense, so it makes it a lot shinier. So I use one of the flat sides. I don't use the tip of this because I'm going to place it where I want that shimmer to be. So I just put the product on the flat side, not on the tip. Now I'm going to push it into the middle of my eye. It's all about making sure the product goes exactly where you want it. Don't just hope that it does. So anyway, I've pushed that product onto my eyelid. So majority of that product is off. I've even gone back and got a little bit more, so that's really shimmery. And then now that it's there, I'm just going to do the windshield wiper motions along that eye to blend it out into that crease and make sure that the entire lid is covered. See, I'm still patting once I get into that crease because I'm pushing it on. Your eyeshadow isn't going to budge. It's going to last all day if you push it onto your skin. You're pushing it into your skin so it lasts. And that's how you use the flat brush. So now that I have the top done, I'm going to go in to my bottom lash line. But before I do that, I'm going to line my waterline on the bottom with a white pencil because I can make a mess sometimes. So if I do it before I do the lower lash line eyeshadow, it kind of blends out the pencil too. So now I've got my lower lash line brush. So I'll use the same shade that I used with my crease blending brush, just a neutral medium shade. I'll take that same color and I'll start on the outer corner and I kind of just wiggle it, pushing it into the skin where I want majority of the product. And then once I get it mostly off of that brush, then I'm gonna start bringing it in along that lower lash line. And it's just a lot of back and forth. And since it's just a neutral shade, you don't have to be overly careful. And there you go. Okay, and my last brush that I use is my pencil brush. And I use this for my inner corner and my brow highlight. So what I do is I take a very light shimmery shade, or even like an actual highlighter, and I'll use that too. And I dab the tip of it and I place it on that inner corner. And once again, I'm pushing it onto the skin. So that's the inner corner. Then I take it, and that highest part of your brow bone is where you want your brow highlight. And there you go. And that's how I use all 6 of my brushes. Well, I guess 5, and then I didn't show you my eyebrows. So that's my shadow. I will go in with my eyeliner and mascara and then put my false lashes on, and my eye will be done. Okay, so I've done my eyeliner and mascara and applied my lashes now, and I'm wearing Poppy today, like I do almost every day. Some people might use these brushes in a different way than I do, but you have fun with it, you play around and you do what works for you. So that's the fun with makeup. Honestly, you don't have to use all 6 every single day. Sometimes I only use 2 or 3, so it just depends on what you're going for. But I wanted to have a set where you can have all the brushes that you need for any look, and you can get away with these ones doing that for you. So I will film more videos of me using my brushes. They're not going to be extra fancy looks. I've never done that dramatic of eye makeup in my everyday life. There's only so many that I'm willing to do and then still have to go about my day. So I will film more videos, maybe quicker ones where I don't have to discuss what I'm doing, just to show you how I use them, and just so that you can learn and you can get the hang of it and you can try things.